What's up, cool cats? We are going to do a Smith machine deficit reverse lunge. So it's a progression. You can use this to like progressively overload your regular like reverse lunge. I like doing it on the Smith machine when I'm trying to get some of the like stabilization out of it and just focus on isolating. I'm focusing on isolating my glutes. Obviously, our quads are going to be working, but I am going to show you some techniques that will help emphasize the glutes more. And then again, doing it on the Smith machine takes out that like stability factor, so you're able to really focus and isolate whatever area you're trying to isolate. So very simple. I literally throw a large plate at the bottom, and you're gonna have to find out what works for you, where your height is and how long your limbs are and stuff like that. But just play around with it. I'm gonna show you how I do it. I don't really have any technique. I try to put it in the same spot every time, but obviously I'm not a magician, so I don't get it right every time. But I'm just gonna show you kind of how I do it, and yeah, let's get after it. So I take the largest plate that the gym has, and I literally throw it in the middle of this machine. Okay, so I kind of messed up. Ideally, you want to do this with no weight on the bar because I don't even know if this is right. And then obviously I have this load. Not a good idea, but this is pretty light for me, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. But if it was like my maximum load effort, I would take this off and do it again. Okay, so both feet. So hopefully you might not be able to hear me, but you might not be able to see me, but might not be able to see my face, but you should be able to see my body and hear me, which is all that matters, okay? So both feet are gonna go on the platform, and then I'm gonna take a big step back and push through, and I'm just gonna see if this fits me. So your heels should be on the plate. Take a big step back, boom, and so unfortunately that's actually perfect, and I say unfortunately because I would have liked to show you how it would have been if it wasn't. But ideally, if you don't have a large enough range, if you don't have a big enough room to step back, like you end up kind of like this, or it's just way too far back, the Smith machine, then you literally just move the plate up a little bit or pull it back like this until you find what works, guys. There's no like, super scientific technique here. But yeah, and that's really it. So a couple things I want you to focus on while I do this first exercise is my heel is going to stay flat, and then I'm going to stretch my leg out as far as I can, creating a 90-degree angle here, but more importantly, a stretch here, okay? Okay, so heels on the platform. Take a step back, hinge down. So we have a good stretch here and a 90-degree here. We don't need to go past parallel, okay? Just stop right here if you're trying to emphasize the glutes. Now, if you want more quad work, then yeah, go all the way past parallel, past to the deficit, and that's going to give you more quad work, okay? The deficit is literally just creating a greater stretch in the glutes or a greater stretch in the quad if that's what you're after. It's just giving you greater range of motion. So let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, I do want to show you a couple things that if your form starts to look like this, it's really important that you record yourself. But if your form starts to notice these few things, I'm going to show you some common mistakes and how to fix them. So this one is number one. The heel is off of the platform. So in order to engage and really work your leg muscles, your glutes and hamstrings and all of that, you need to be pushing through your heel. So a lot of times people will do something like this. And obviously, I mean, it's possible, but you're not getting the most out of this exercise, okay? Another thing that I notice is that the legs are too close together. So like this. Okay, so that it is going to strain the other areas, but it's just going to put more of the stress on your knees more than anything else. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, comment below. Share what you want to see next, and I'll do that video next time. Bye.